Welcome back, YouTube. My name is Eric. I'm homeless and I live in a tent here in Anchorage in Alaska. This is the Goose Lake behind me. We've got a very overcast day today. You can see the Chagouche Range is socked in with heavy clouds, and this is very typical Alaska weather. But I bring you somber news today, YouTube. Very somber news. I've been robbed. Yep, they got me. And it wasn't a, hey, give me all your money kind of robbery. Nah, it was a punk-ass robbery. They waited for me to lock my bike up outside of McDonald's. And when I went in to order my food, they took the bags and the contents of my bags right off the back of my bike, just like that, within a matter of minutes. But it's starting to sprinkle. Let's head over here underneath the trees, seek some shelter. The total loss was about $150. They took 2 bags and some tools. But luckily I still got 1 bag left because I didn't put both of them on when I bought it. So that's what we're doing here at the park today. We're gonna put the other bag back on the bike so we can have at least one. This is an example of the saddle bag that was stolen. Like I said, I got 2 of them and I only installed 1 of them, so they got 1. But they're very nice bags, completely waterproof with a roll top. And there's a 3-point hanging system. The way it works is I gotta hang it off of this rack here and then adjust this little lever here so it hooks itself onto the back of the bike. So we're gonna be using our tools here today to adjust this up and get it mounted on the bike. Now that I've adjusted these 2, it should just kind of hang off of this rack here. Yeah, it locks in just like that. This is a quick release. Look how easy it is to take off. There's no way to lock that on there. I'm gonna rig it up. I got an idea.
Found some cigs. Vape had me blowing Fruit Loops. This makes me want to wrestle a moose. On second thought, that mofo is actually huge. Whew, let's get the hell out of here.
Now the rain's really coming down. Way to come over here underneath the roof of this concession stand. And already I know what you're thinking, like, dude, why would they design a bag that you can't lock onto the back of your bike? I don't have the answer to that question. That is a great question by my smart and intelligent audience, but honestly, I don't have that answer. Not only can you not lock it onto your bike, I'm gonna have to rig up a system, but when you roll this top together, there's no way to lock it closed either. It's literally just a snap. And so you can have all your valuable possessions inside this on the back of your bike and somebody just come up and open it up and take everything you got. There's not even a good way to lock it because it's waterproof and they didn't put anything with like holes or any way you could put a lock on there even if you wanted to. It's really a nightmare. The only thing I can think of is this thing is European designed. The last bag that was on my bike, the other one to this set, only lasted 1 day. Literally the very first day I assembled it, I adjusted it, I put it on the bike. I was like, oh, let me ride around for an afternoon and see how it feels if I can get used to riding with bikes on the bag. And I went to McDonald's for lunch, literally the first time, and it was gone instantly. So I spent 40 bucks on this baling wire and this electrician's pliers. I'm gonna try and rig up a system where I can bend this wire, feed it through, and then lock it onto the rack, something like that. Wish me luck. So you can kind of see here, I got that baling wire through that loop, through the bag, and then twisted a bunch of knots in it like that to attach it. Now it doesn't have any quick release. You ain't getting that thing off even if you want to. Yeah, it's this brand right here, Ortlieb Waterproof City. 170 bucks for 2 bags and they don't even lock onto your bike. Lost one already. We're probably gonna have to replace it. But the reason why I'm putting bags on my bike is because I'm tired of Anchorage, man. What they were saying in the comment section was absolutely right. Anchorage is a dump and I can't wait to get out of here. And I hate to say that about a town because I'm sure there's a lot of nice people that live in Anchorage. But sadly, it feels like they've given it over to the criminal element. There have been people shooting guns around my camp in the middle of the night. Not a night goes by that I don't hear gunshots within 100 yards of where I sleep down there at that Palmer Creek trail right in the middle of town. I don't know what they're doing, man. Are they getting drunk and shooting into the air? Are they shooting into the ground? Are they shooting at each other? I got no idea, but it is unnerving to be laying in your tent sleeping and hearing gunshots outside. No matter how many times you hear it, you can't get used to it. Yesterday, I was riding my bike down the Palmer Creek Trail, and I came across a dude, and he had blood pouring out from all over his face. "You all right, buddy?" He kind of grunted as I passed by. Sure enough, I go around the next corner, and there's like 5 guys, and you can tell from their excitement that they just jumped this poor dude, and now they're all celebrating about it. So whatever, man, I can't do nothing. I'm not a vigilante. I go have lunch, and I come back to Palmer Creek Trail the same way coming back. Sure enough, there's a whole bunch of police activity. 5 cops with an angry dog, and they're barking at this encampment and trying to get people to comply with their orders. For some reason, there's a naked guy in handcuffs. I have no idea why this guy is naked. Alaska is all I can say. Anyways, I didn't come up here to Alaska so that I can drive my bike around a small circle in Anchorage, camp with the tweakers, and work a shitty dishwashing job. I quit that job, made up some free time. We're equipping our bike with packs, learning survival skills, and we're going to hit the road. We're going to go adventure, Central Alaska bike touring. It should be exciting. Another reason it sucks living here in Anchorage is because every time you want to go shopping, they treat you like a thief. Because there is so much stealing and janky activity going on here in Anchorage, doesn't matter how hard you work. I work my job, I go to the bank, I cash my paycheck, I want to go shopping. Yesterday I go to Lowe's to buy those dikes and that baling wire, and there's like 3 loss prevention people following me around the store the entire time. From the time I come in the store, they're watching on the camera, they send out the signal, hey, put a tail on this guy, and then there's 3 people following me around the entire time when I'm shopping. And the horrible part about that is that I couldn't find the baling wire that I needed, so I needed to find an employee to ask, hey, where's the baling wire? But sadly, you can't find an employee because they're spending all their money on loss prevention. So there's 3 people there that are employed by Lowe's that pretend like they can't help you, and you can't find somebody that can help you. That's what it's like living in Anchorage. Come here, work your butt off, and get treated like a thief anyway. How warm and welcoming are the locals, you might ask? I got screamed at the other day in a laundromat here in Anchorage. I was trying to dry out my sleeping bag in the dryer when the operator of the laundromat came running around the corner screaming like a banshee, "Get out! Get out! Get out!" I thought I had left the door open and a moose came in behind me or something the way this lady was screaming. Found out she was screaming at me. Yeah, she kicked me out because I had a sleeping bag. She wouldn't let me dry my sleeping bag in her dryer. She said that I had to wash it first before she would even consider letting me put it in her dryer. I was like, lady, it's 9 o'clock at night. Your laundromat closes in an hour. I don't have time to wash it and dry it. It's a little bit damp. Could I just put it in? Get out! Get out! She was screaming at me like I was a damn dog. Rain started up again. We'll take a little break inside this dugout, see if the shower passes. Let me think of some other stories to tell you about Anchorage. Oh, here's one. I got a picture of this guy. Look at this. This is 10 o'clock at night. I'm laying in my tent, half asleep, trying to sleep. And 4 feet from my tent, I hear a chainsaw. Wah! Wah! I'm like, oh my goodness, what is going on? So I put on my shoes. Zoop, zoop. And I go out there and the guy just acts like nothing. He's like, hey man, what are you doing in there, buddy? It's like, what do you mean, what am I doing? Why are you He had didn't even bother him to think that it would not be cool to operate a chainsaw next to a stranger's tent. It never even occurred to this huge brain dude. We had to take a detour on our way to Lowe's. Remember what I said? They get angry if you try to take your backpack in there. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna leave our backpack and all its contents here. The rain picked up, so we'll grab our rain jacket. And I wanted to give a shout out to whoever dropped me off 4 pair of Tommy John's underwear. They're really nice. Somebody left them my size, large, right in front of my storage unit the other day. They got a price tag on them, $36 a piece. So 4 underwears at $36 a piece. Thank you to whoever saw my video and put them there. Also, I don't know if you remember that time I mentioned how I couldn't reach the back of my storage unit because I was too short. Well, there's this wonderful step stool that has been placed here. That 2 days after the last time I posted that video about me not being able to reach the back, somebody put that there, so we can reach in as far as we want now. Anyway, we gotta get to Lowe's. We're gonna get a hatchet and a multi-tool. I don't need a list, I can remember that. Hatchet and a multi-tool. We're back at the scene of the crime here where my first bag was stolen. I decided I needed some lunch on my way to Lowe's, so we got our bike locked to this pole right here. The last time I was here, they didn't take my bike pump. There's no way to secure that either. It's just a piece of Velcro, or my tire pump. Got the little $6 make broke meal here. I can see my bike right through the window. We've made it here to Lowe's and it's still raining. Normally I bring a bag to place over my seat, but of course I left that in my storage unit with my backpack. That's just how that goes. All right, hopefully in and out. We know exactly what we need. Multi-tool and a hatchet. Here's a display with some multi-tools in it here. Gerber, I don't know, are they good ones? God, that one's 60 bucks. That one's 40 bucks. $100? Good God. I am not an expert survivalist, so don't be using this as advice to come up here to Alaska and try something stupid like I am. I just watched the Alone episode before, and I know that the tools that these people take are usually, one of them is a multi-tool and one of them is a hatchet, so just doing as seen on TV. Here's one here. It's the Lowe's brand Cobalt. It's probably trash. Oh yeah, this is definitely the one I want here. $34 for this giant 64-ounce S-Twing. It's razor sharp on that side. Razor sharp on that side. On that side's got a big mallet. Oh yeah, for driving stakes and hitting things hard. And a package of fire starter cubes. This is what we ended up with. We did get the Gerber one. It was only the $40 one, 41 bucks, 15 different tools on it. If I can't survive with that, I ain't gonna survive with nothing. I would really like to stop at REI and get a water filter on the way back to my storage unit. But I don't feel safe with that stuff in my side bag. Anybody can just reach in there and grab anything they want out. So we're gonna have to go back to my storage unit, put this stuff in there, and then ride the bike back to REI. And that's just the nature of the beast on how I'm getting around here in Alaska. It's a nightmare with all the stealing and janky activity. It just makes it hard on everyone, and I'm no different. I can already think of one thing I forgot. One of those high visibility fluorescent construction vests. If I'm gonna be riding my bike alongside the road, I'm definitely gonna be wanting one of those. Oh well, let's head to REI and get a water filter. Made it here to the REI. Got the bike locked up right there. The cash registers are literally right inside there. Hopefully that's safe enough. Just need a water filter. Thank you. Sawyer Squeeze water filtration system. Dude, this REI has the largest selection of backpacking food that I've ever seen. It's a row after row after row of options. Look at them all. Look, these ones are empty. These are the Alpine Fairs. Not my favorite, to be honest. Popular amongst the rich people, though. Yeah, we can get every brand that you want here at this REI. I'm gonna get one of these chicken and dumplings, I guess. They go good with ramen noodles. I'm gonna try one of these ones. Sweet pork and rice, peach refuel. I ended up getting this repair tape too because I swung a stick a couple weeks ago and hit my tarp and put a giant hole in it. And the reason why I was swinging a stick at my tarp is because I woke up in the middle of the night and there was an animal at my feet, sniffing my feet. So this was before I had bear spray. I did have a club that I used for protection in the middle of the night when I was sleeping. So I wake up startled and there's an animal at my feet sniffing it. And, hey, get out of there! And I swing the stick at the animal and the animal ends up treeing itself in the pine tree right next to me. It scurries up there and I was so tired I didn't even worry about it. I thought it was a raccoon, to be honest. You know, I was half awake when I saw it. So I went to work the next day. I'm like telling the coworker about this story. He's like, hey man, he's like, you know, we don't have raccoons here in Alaska. He's like, that was most likely a black bear, dude. He's like, most likely a black bear came up and was sniffing you in the middle of the night. When you woke up, you scared it away. It treed itself next to you and you fell back asleep with a black bear in the tree next to you. None of that matters because it ripped my tarp, man, when I swung the stick. Big old protection stick. I swung it and I got it caught in the tarp. So we're gonna try and repair that with the tenacious tape. We have dropped the things off from REI back at our storage unit. Now we're just hanging out underneath this tree trying to kill some time until dinner. 2 pieces of chicken bacon ranch and a Twister Creek IPA. Got my eye on my bike out there. Let's check it out. My tooth is hurting so bad. It's hard to chew this pizza. I think after dinner we'll just go set up our tent. I hope this toothache goes away though. I don't know about going into the central Alaska wilderness with a toothache. Might not be a smart idea. There was a quick break in the rain, so I took the chance to get my tent set up. This is my camp here for tonight. My bike is locked to that tree there. You can see that I've learned to put my rain fly, or my ground sheet, under the rain fly. You see right there. But look how green it got here in Alaska. Very green in this area. I was just thinking how I hope that nobody ever uses these videos for inspiration. This is a very bad idea that I have, to go bike touring through grizzly country alone with absolutely no experience. And it's gonna be dangerous, but I'm doing what I love, so that's important, you know? And, but yeah, this is not a good idea, and don't use this for reference. Just stay home and watch from the couch, please. What a long day of planning and doing chores, and we still got tons more to do. We gotta get the other bag. We gotta get a reflective vest. I wanna get some fishing line, fishing hooks. I wanna get a bear whistle. Do some shopping at Walmart, get some ramen noodles and supplies and olive oil. And then I'm seeing a weather window for Wednesday. So today is Sunday. I'm gonna try to off camera resupply Monday and Tuesday, and then hopefully I'm gonna start filming again on Wednesday as we're on the bus to Wasilla. And we're gonna start our Alaskan bike touring adventure with all the supplies we need. I did scout out a little bit, and I'm kind of seeing, I'm thinking Wasilla first night at a campground, Willow second and third night at a campground, and then Talkeetna, I could stay there for a week at a campground. So I scouted out ahead a few campgrounds. It should be some really exciting times, and I'm looking forward to sharing them with you. Thank you guys for following along on another adventure. Although Anchorage is whack, I'm not letting it hold me down, man. I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna go experience real Alaska, and I'm bringing you guys with me. Thank you for following along, and don't forget to smile your way through the day.